Shelly, we're out here, Hollywood.
Yes.
You told me you're a canner,
Yes.
but you're living outside,
Right.
collecting cans
Yes.
to make a living, basically.
Yes. It's like a band-aid in a way until the jobs come through. And I'm like small jobs, cashier jobs, waitress jobs, executive assistant jobs. Let's see, what else? I've done production assistant work. Friends of homeowners, even though I wasn't a homeowner at the time. So, you know, I have goals. I've been a poet and a songwriter and actor. I've worked as close as Shandara and as far away as Asheville, North Carolina as a waitress in 2005.
So you've been out here how long?
I was born and raised here. I'm Shelly Marie Burke, and resident and native of California.
But how long have you been out here on the streets?
6 years here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So now how did you end up homeless?
The same economy, just left. And so I came back after having left as well. I thought there was going to be a better economy on the East Coast starting in 2001, 2002. And I went up and down the coast between Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida, and up through Asheville, North Carolina to New York, and I stayed there till about 2009. And came out here 2009. And I was there, when the Twin Towers, I mean, I have an enormous cache of stories to tell you about it.
I know.
And
my gosh.
entirely poetic.
So what was your first night homeless like? I mean, gosh, that must have been...
What I did was I just put my backpack, I had a computer, I was at the computer, I was not getting work. It was in St. Petersburg, Florida in 2003-04. Put my backpack on. I had started hearing inklings about labor pools. And so my rent tanked in a little town called Gulfport, Florida. I went through St. Petersburg, worked a couple of years doing labor pools, roofing. I learned how clean outs, they call it, which is when you clean out an apartment, somebody like died or whatever.
Right.
Okay, stuff like that. Landscaping, tree trimming, and then had enough of that, saved up a little bit of money, worked on my resumes, went up to Asheville, North Carolina, became a waitress. I think I worked I did work a few, as I've been thinking, a few labor pools there, and then maximized my time and figured I'd get a better job in New York. I'll try New York again. So I went up to New York, and I spent from 2006, the end of 2005, 2006, 7, 8, 9, tried New Jersey. Also tried Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, to Pittsburgh.
Did a lot of traveling.
Did a lot of traveling.
And ended up here.
And ended up back here.
And now where are you sleeping?
Either on El Centro at Gower Gulch or Las Palmas at Sunset.
So what do you do? Tell me how do you set up your bed at night?
I have a piece of cardboard. You need a piece of cardboard, and it's usually a middle-sized box. And lately, Amazon has been having they've been doing really well with their deliveries, so you can find boxes, but it's usually they have an Amazon label. So it's kind of weird like that, but it's true.
So you find an Amazon label box?
Yeah, and I put it down, and I found a really neat down blanket from Delta's business class, and I've had that for almost a year now, and that really works. It's really neat, and so I keep everything tight. My blanket's taupe. I'm a bit fashionable. I don't know why. I found a new backpack color green. I usually go blacks, grays, silver, brown. I usually wear mostly blue jeans, tennis shoes, and a nicer designed t-shirt. They come out with really great cottons these days. Like I'm wearing, this is a Puma. Like I'm wearing like $100, $200, $300 worth of clothing. Puma. And then I have Abercrombie and Fitch.
So how do you find all the clothing?
Either in trash cans. I shop at the Goodwill. They have great clothes. Some of the soup kitchens will have a clothes table. And really, there's only one left in LA. And anyway, so they have a food clothing table. once a month. And
What would you want people to know about homelessness that they probably don't understand?
That they probably don't, that it's really hard. It's really hard. Simple little words can create anxiety, like camping or using. Or it's hard for someone to express the fear and danger and terror. A lot of times at night.
Being a woman out here, it has to be scary.
Awful. If this weren't such a destroyed economy, and for whatever reason, a gal would not. She would die. I mean, 3 to 6 months. I give her. If she's living
You're pretty
outside.
resourceful for being out here 6 years.
Definitely, and I go through a cycle. I always have a resume, and I have it on a thumbnail drive.
So you're looking
And
for work now?
Always looking for work. I look for employment signs. Sometimes employment signs are used to gauge the employment if we have people that in town that would like to be employed, things like that. So if there's a job fair, I would think it's a little more honest if it says job fair on it.
So you're still trying?
Still trying.
What's your future like?
My future's good. I would like to see in the near future for me a place, like I'm a creative person, so a place where you can go and say, I have creative property. Is there any place local that I can show the creative property, i.e. BMI or ASCAP. I belong to BMI, and so I would, if a place like I don't know that BMI is here anymore or ASCAP, and I would, I could write a song, turn it in, and that's what I call it. But really, BMI and ASCAP is a place that you can certify your work without a hoopla.
Publishing.
Publishing,
Yeah.
exactly.
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
3 wishes. 1, to live inside, which is a wish. 2, to have a job, of course. And 3, that I can sell my work. That is, there's songwriting.
Well, thank you very much for talking.
Thank you.